Hello everybody, David Cantrell with American Family Funding with a quick recap of some numbers and some housing news. So just want to let you know, on the economy front, private companies added 174,000 jobs versus a 50,000 estimate, which is a big number, but we got to kind of remember those estimates were probably put in place before we started reopening the economy, because the biggest jump was in leisure and hospitality. Restaurants are starting to open again, and that's under that category, so that's why that number is such a big number. Still great, but that's why it's still a little bit off. Jobless claims also, third week in a row, lowest level of jobless claims, so that's great. Again, good. We're starting to see that come back a little bit. We're still in the woods a little bit, but we are starting to see some great improvement with vaccinations going on and reopening the company, and understanding that when you reopen, you still do have to follow those protocols, which are now all in place. As far as housing goes, this is great news. Construction spending hit a record high in December, which is great because, as we've talked about before, we are so underbuilt in this country. And with interest rates low, these builders know that people are going to want to buy homes, and so they're building, which is great, which is really what we need. Mortgage applications, they've been down the last couple weeks. This week they were up over 59% year over year, but also we have to put that a little in context, because year over year means it was over January of last year, and that's really before we started seeing the interest rates drop so dramatically in that March-April period. So it'll be interesting to see those numbers a little bit down the year, see how they compare versus last year. Still, interest rates very low. Great time to definitely refinance and buy homes. So again, historically low, probably not going to see this for another time, but it's going to continue for a while, because jobless as the country goes, even though we are coming out of it a little bit, still got a long way to go. And then this one is interesting. Millennials, we thought were just kind of waiting because they wanted to buy that starter home, and it looks like now they're just skipping the starter homes and going for more bigger, expensive homes. But again, I want to put that a little bit into context. Part of that reason is there's no starter homes available, so which is great that they're able to get into and afford bigger homes. That just means the millennials are actually coming on board a little bit sooner than we thought, because they're able to afford those bigger homes. So again, some good news, not out of the woods, but definitely heading in the right direction. So definitely keep, if you have the opportunity to get the vaccine, please do. Otherwise, make sure you're staying safe out there. And until next time, David Cantrell, American Family Funding. Thanks for everything.